Greetings, Earthseeds. Greetings, Earthseeds, and all those associated with the reformation of the elemental kingdoms within the community of what we call Earth. I haven't done a video in a while, and again, I'm broadcasting off of a different type of, rename the channel there, and I do an intro video about a different direction as I'm becoming more centered into feeling like a galactic hub instead of just, perceiving one such energy. We're now feeling like I don't really want to say ambassador, but that's what I'm feeling at the moment, like an ambassador to the higher light fields, the higher primal light fields. And then within that, certain beings will come. But that's not what this video is about. Greetings, dear ones. Greetings, Blu-rays. This is specifically for the Blu-ray intelligence fractal fields of source consciousness and for the Earth seeds. Greetings at this time. We are experiencing a tremendous surge of energy from the galaxy as the process of the financial system collapses will continue as you will see it starting to collapse. We're also told the field to bring the message forward that there is going to be, with the collapse and the supply chain and the banks being all tethered into the old federal fiat system that is on its way out. I just want to let you all know that it's on its way out. Okay, the system is on its way out. Unfortunately, the system is so corrupted, polluted, and tangled into the webs of deception that the others weave, that it's a process, but it is a natural process, and it must be organic. It cannot be synthetic. I know I myself at times get a little, I want to go ahead of the processes, but I realize that we cannot go ahead of the processes. So this is part of the process of doing the reformations of the Earth's elemental fields and then reforming the fields into the systems of control that have really plagued this reality field for years. The systems of control, and to me, the biggest system of control, which is like an octopus when incepted in, it happens to be the financial system, which then is pegged into the federal system as well. So they're all interconnected. When you look at the financial system, we have the federal system involved. I don't want to get too much into that, but again, this is what's causing it up. There are factors right now, both celestial and terrestrial, causing the driving of what we're going to see. There can be some concerns when this happens, because you hear the questions, and I've gone through this myself. I don't know the full complete play out of it, but I do know this is the process of reforming these fields and removing this level of corruption off of the Earth plane at this time. The Blu-ray intelligence fields are really building their own community of resonancy frequency fields, along with the Earthseeds doing this quite well right now, as this is a way of building a new grid. I wish I had some drawings of it up, but I kind of did this video at last minute, so I didn't have any pictures, but I think of them like circles, and each one is resonating on a certain frequency, whether you consider yourself a Blu-ray or a Earthseed. Both of them are higher intelligence fields of light that emanate from source, or the primal sound fields. So we're in the process of correcting any flaws and respinning them. Everybody here is in that process, one way or another, to kind of be the guideposts for humanity right now. Because humanity, if you look into the collective consciousness, is very fragmented, and it's being driven that way on purpose, because they're trying to still instill false evidence appearing real timelines into the false evidence appearing real timelines are ones that people are going to buy into and make decisions based upon their emotional bodies. Now, our frequency of emotions is very high, since the human body runs at 72% water current per its birthing into this reality field. We run a 72% water current, roughly. So that means that there's going to be large plays in the emotional body, and the stomach brain then starts receiving certain signals. I think now is the time to guard your energy. If you haven't guarded the energy, a lot of the old ways of doing things are collapsing right now, because that's what we're moving into. We're moving into the collapsing of these systems. One system has to collapse after another has to collapse. There will be chaos, but we also must understand that we have done this before, and that we are anchoring in the higher reality fields by being here right now. Some of us came here because of the fact that we did this in the past, and we were the best chosen for the job on Earth, okay? I was going to just say that we are those higher fractal fields of consciousness, and a lot of us are extraterrestrial, exotic, energetic systems with our light intelligence fields, meaning that we are directly connected into our star systems. Now, the Earth seeds, I am myself an Earth seed, and I'm going to come right on now and say I am myself an Earth seed. I'm from Parallel Tara, which is in a different harmonic universe. Actually, the name of the future world from this standpoint would be Terra Nova. Terra Nova is a combination when Earth goes supernova and bifurcates itself into two pieces, and the one piece ends up being more of it's a fully AI network. When energy hits and creates the bifurcation timeline, which we're undergoing right now, we are undergoing a massive consciousness bifurcation, trifurcation timeline. I don't see any other thing going on. I thought it was a bifurcation at first, and it looks like, to me, it's a trifurcation. My third eye has shown me that in a vision recently had, where 3 stars were realigning up, causing the supernova trajectory event. When that happens, it splits Earth into 3 pieces. One piece happens to be the AI timeline, okay, from this standpoint. The other piece happens to be, they merged together, which is strange. This was recently, and they merged together and they formed Terra Nova. And Terra Nova ends up being from this standpoint moving forward, ends up being a 7th D, going from 5 to 7D world. So it's a paradise. I'm not saying that's going to happen now, but Terra Nova, I personally have come from, stepping into this reality field from that time. This is a different time field, but something happened in the time field that caused time travelers from the future to come back into the past, and this is the past. Come back into the past. And we came through CERN, and there's a handful of us that came through CERN. I'm not going to go into the details on CERN, but we came through CERN because CERN happens to be a man-made stargate, which a lot of people, they understand it, but they don't, because it does reach into the hyperdimensional fields. Now, I'm not saying that in this side of, there's 2 sides to CERN. CERN existed on the other side, CERN exists here. The portal that you come through with CERN, when you come through a portal, you get assigned a team. The team sometimes are men in black, like agents, very strange, but that's what I've come across. And so we come here to affect the fields of the past, because something happened here on this planet to affect a future version of a parallel Earth world. Hence the Parallel Earth Reality Network, which is and PERN for short, and then FERN is the Future Earth Reality Network. PERN and FERN, two acronyms. And the PERN network is, there's a parallel Earth that runs on a parallel timeline to this. However, what happens to one happens to both. The issue is that when the intelligence factors here are playing with things, and they don't understand fully the concepts behind them. They don't understand what they're playing with. They're playing with Telluric, T-E-L-L-U-R-I-C, so Telluric energies and occulted forces, which if you're a baby species, which humanity is in the eye of the universe, you should not be playing around with things you can't understand and at the very least control. So we came through that to have to correct something that happened here. And there were several timeline variations. I'm not going to get into all that because that would take too long to explain. It's boring. But the PERN is a parallel Earth reality, and they feed into each other, and the FERN is the Future Earth Reality Network. A Future Earth Reality Network is to me how I feel that Earthseeds come to Earth. Earthseeds aren't necessary. They're from parallel and future reality networks or fields of consciousness. And if you embody the future right now, you can actually open up a future field of energy that's not even here yet on the planet, but you would resonate at that vibratory level, and therefore you could be the portal, quite literally an organic portal to the future, but embody it as the now. These templates can get installed inside of people, or you, if you're in line with it. These templates come from the Blu-ray system. They come from the Diamond system. It's not just one in the Dragon consciousness, very much involved in all this. This is a multilateral, multidimensional operation that we're undergoing right now, because nothing short of a bioregenesis event at the juncture. We're here for a bioregenesis event. That's what I firmly believe my time fields and my trajectory and vector fields are coded for, is this event that cannot be tracked via an AI constructed technology or an algorithm technology, because it's invisible to the or synthetic technology. But the organic technology, the organics, like people can pick up through their visioning, through their third eye, or through their feeling centers, the understanding that the future isn't set. I don't care what a person says. I'm really not in vibe with, the future said this was going to happen, that's going to happen on these predetermined coordinated dates. I don't agree with this. I agree we can write our own destiny. Okay, now some people argue with living in the hollow construct or not. I do believe that we exist both inside. There are certain ones of us that exist both inside of the construct and outside of the construct. And then some of us are given certain keys to the control room. Certain keys to the control room to affect the reality field and to put certain codes into the field to make certain changes, because the negative timeline has already played out, and that timeline played out into other timelines. And the problem is, when that one did, it took over, and it made a very utopian, dystopic world on another world that is a parallel Earth. It turned it into kind of a new, turn of one world order, at the end of the day. I'm not even call it anything else. Well, anyhow, I kind of wanted to get that off my chest because that's how I'm feeling lately. The higher dimensional energy frequencies, that's what's going on, and we're embodying those right now. I really wanted to get this message out for the Earthseeds and the Blu-rays. I'm going to go into some details later on about certain things, calibrating codes for the diamond codes. The diamond codes are big right now. The diamond codes are big. The crystalline dragons are big right now. They're coming back big into my personal consciousness. They're coming in. These are dragons that are crystalline and diamond in nature, and that's what we're going to. We're going through a crystalline. We're going from carbon to crystalline. So we're going from a 666 construct, which is the mark of the beast in some mythologies, into a higher silicate, very high frequency level. And I don't think even myself sitting here talking to you can I can imagine it, but like to actually live it, that's gonna be mind blowing. I wish you all peace, love, and vibration. I wish you have a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are, and may the universe fill you with unconditional love, abundance, and blessings. Bye for now.